Okay, welcome back, hopefully. Twitch and eventually YouTube. Once I upload this. I hope it didn't break. OBS was kind of annoying again and did pretend to forget my Twitch key. But since I'm streaming to Twitch, it should still be there. I guess restarting OBS did help. But I guess I shouldn't be forced to do that. So what are the numbers? I guess the same number of solid fuel and lithium is necessary. So I guess it's not really worth actually getting more of one of them through if I don't get the other through as well. But we will see how that ends. I will just make some of these fluoroketones go into a tank whenever there's less than a certain amount in that tank. Not sure if it should be here or maybe at the left, right there. Okay, the output is there. I just need to connect and set enable disable conditions. So if it's less than 15,000, I want to produce more. Now I just need the solid fuel. This is solid fuel going into the splitter balancer array. And then I guess the other solid fuel might come in a bit higher. Might actually try to measure this. I wonder if there's a way with leaving just one beacon out to have one more input of some sort. Maybe with long-handed inserters if I do something like that. So if I had a long-handed inserter there, I could grab something from here. Or maybe not, no. Maybe if I had one there, but I can't have one there. So this might be difficult in a way. I might have to do it differently if I wanted to, but at the moment I don't need to, I guess. Just a theoretical option. Okay, I still need the inserter, of course. Stack inserter. And this now produces a bunch of hot fluoroketone. And maybe I could just do more by adding another one of this thing there, for instance. Could just look at the lithium consumption of the last minute. Not sure if this amount of lithium consumption was actually what I just had in this. Want to look at the fluids. So there's a bit of fluoroketone hot production recently. For some reason also water and petroleum. Maybe that is because solid fuel has been used up and needed to be replenished. Anyway, that is quite good. I might just work on the next thing now. Might, for instance, try to figure out what else I wanted to have lithium for. Yeah, I guess fusion power cells and quantum processors, cryogenic plants, and the cryogenic science pack will be dealt with otherwise. I guess I might now try to work on quality ice. Although, there's one thing left to do. One rather important step. Actually heating up that... no, cooling down that fluoroketone. Basically this recipe, and this will just be speed modules. I don't think I really have to pay attention to megawatts. So just one of them might need to be removed. So this might be part of a loop. I will have some stuff come out of there. I guess this might go on the bus. On the fluid bus in this case. I should bring up some more stuff. Although I'm not sure where I would need the water or the crude oil. I guess the crude oil isn't used anywhere else here. So I might as well just stop sending it up. And water. Water is used in the ammonia rocket fuel recipe. So that is one thing where I might still want to use it. I guess I would sort of like to figure out whether sulfuric acid is used in anything here that I might want to build. Maybe not. Nothing that I could build on Aquilo. Because I could make sulfuric acid with, well, if I had iron plates, I guess it doesn't really matter then. I can make sulfur and I have water. But I guess I don't really need to make sulfur for anything. So the water will just go up a little bit. Even though I don't really need it right now. Just want to make sure that the fluoroketone is not traveling on any other possibly reserved line. So it might go somewhere like here. Might not have to go down actually, but I will just let it go down a little bit. And then also the cold fluoroketone will have to go somewhere. Once I have properly cooled it. And I guess that might try to be full at all times. So I will produce as much hot fluoroketones, so this has like 60% fill state and the cold fluoroketone will basically be full. I guess I will keep this pattern of just being to the left of the roboports, or should I try to turn around? I might just do this little thing, even though it would be a bit ugly. Yeah, maybe not. I'll just keep the old standard of having the heat pipe to the left of that roboport. I guess this storage just needs to be heated up, even though it's called fluoroketone. But I guess it shouldn't freeze, or the tank shouldn't freeze. I don't really know why a frozen tank doesn't work. Is there frozen air inside of that or something? So this now takes a while. There's no ammonia left. I guess I might have to do something about that eventually. Want to check whether these ice platforms, I always forget whether they use more ice than ammonia. I guess they do. I mean, they are in the relation 50 to 400. And this produces 5 to 50. So yeah, that's 1 to 10, and the other is basically a little bit more ice. If I then basically take this away, then more ice should be used. Not sure if there are other ways to make more ammonia happen. I guess if I used rocket fuel, or if I produced rocket fuel with water, not sure if that's a good idea to get rid of ice or ammonia faster. Would have to calculate how much ice I need for water. This is 1 to 20. I don't think I will do this calculation on stream because I couldn't focus. I will just build a few ice platforms somewhere. Probably just somewhere in the left and top. Because maybe I will build there at some point. Kind of weird that at the start of the building on Aquilo you sort of want more ice platform, but now you have too much of it and want to get rid of it, or do something to get rid of ice. I guess I might also always just shoot ice chests or flush water storage tanks. And I guess all of these robots want to deliver me some ice platforms because I always have some on me. And this doesn't even work because there's no ammonia. What I might do instead is just have a pump go the other way. How about I just have this pump the other way around, and this will work if there's less than 5,000. So I hope this doesn't kill my other system. The good thing is if I'm producing quality ice and recycling some of the ice, then I will have a surplus of ammonia. Guess I didn't really think about that. So now there is enough, and now more ice platforms are produced, which further reduces the amount of ice in the system. But I guess now I really want to produce quality ice, since I have set up the fluoroketone loop. I mean, it's not a loop yet, it is just a straight from hot to cold. The cold to hot will be done by machines or recipes that actually use the cold fluoroketone. And Meowth has arrived above Aquilo. Meowth wants a lot of quantum processors and cryogenic science packs. I guess they will not be legendary while the ship is in orbit. But eventually I want to replace all of them with legendary, or maybe for some time I might have a hybrid system where I take both. Because the old factory will still be producing these normal cryogenic science packs. And the new factory eventually will produce the legendary ones. And maybe I can't produce that many legendary ones. So I will have to be stuck with only producing, or with producing both of these things at once. I have to figure out how to build this exactly. I guess the heat pipe has to move. Okay, I hope I can get the ammoniacal solution in there somehow. Let's see. I guess there would be a way. And now I will have to heat things from there, or do I? I guess I don't really need to. This can be removed. This is heated from here. Would sort of be nice to have some indication where which tile gets its heat from. So I can't build the next one there, I have to build it here. I guess I will always take the left entrance, except there. Okay, on the right side there will be the heat pipe. At least every other machine. Might even have more than these 6 machines. Not sure how many I will need eventually. So this, that there's only 10, suggests to me that a quality ice wants to get out of there. And there's already 25 uncommon ice. I guess whenever there's not 25, or I don't know what the limit would be, then there wants to be something else coming out, a different quality. Not really sure how I will be able to balance all of this now. The ammonia will just be able to flow into that pipe system up there. Won't have speed beacons here anyway. Might have another one to the left. Another one of these machines, and maybe another one to the right. Just would have to... Well, it might be difficult. I might have to move the crude oil pipe somehow. Might also have the ammoniacal solution coming in through the middle that time. Wonder if I should just do that now. Okay, and then the input from the ocean. What I might have is some heat pipe island going around. I hope this still works. And then this will get in there. Not sure how many of these machines I will need eventually. Maybe that's already too much. I'm thinking about having multiple inserters for different qualities. Not sure if that would be wise. Multiple inserters on different sides as well. So how about I will not have them correctly rotated at the start. I guess I don't really have to. Also, this needs to be a location for a pipe. So these might be uncommon ice. I hate how the freezing doesn't allow me to see what filter it has. Right? Yeah, that's not really helpful. So I'm thinking about letting this just go to the left and or right. So this is the uncommon quality ice with those stack inserters. I guess on each side, or at least on the left or on the top side, I might have 3 different inserters for 3 different qualities, or maybe even 2 inserters per side for normal quality. I might just have the one for now. This will be normal quality. I guess I don't need to see a signal or a thing there. So let's just have this rotated. And this will be always next to the heat pipe that is near the uncommon ice inserter. And then I will have a belt. Just a normal belt, I guess. Maybe even with undergrounds in between. Maybe that makes sense. And that needs to lead somewhere. Luckily I can do it like this, because this will be side loading on the right side. I wonder if I should just do it like that, where I will not use a splitter balancer, but just let half of them come in from the left and the other half from the right. So some of them already have rare eyes, epic eyes. Yeah, I guess I'm taking out the uncommon and normal eyes, so of course the more rare eyes will be left. The thing is that the ice sorting might have to be done over here, for instance. At least that would give me some space, or I might do it here already. Start here, all this area. It's also kind of difficult to have a legendary inserter with a quality filter. Can't even see the quality properly. You can see the quality in the held items without alt mode. Anyway, this ice will be maybe... I don't know if I might just build a balancer. Let's just try that. Because I don't really know. I mean, here you see most of the left sides being used. And it would also be a problem if I only sent it towards this machine. Or these processes. I can do it at some point, maybe. Like that. Okay, this ice will be used there. I guess eventually I might even produce quality ice platform, but I don't think it's really a thing that I should do. Kind of useless, probably. I might even just recycle the ice and make better ice out of it. But now I should have more ammonia. More than I need, and yeah, this pump is sometimes active and pumps away the more of ammonia that I have. So I will have a balancer there, because most of that ice will be on the other side. Or on the top side, I guess. But yeah, now this is only uncommon. I don't really care for only uncommon, I guess. But it's good that it's stacked. And then on the other side of these machines I will have bulk inserters that will only grab things that are better than uncommon. So greater equals rare. Let's see whether I can fit everything in here. I need to remove the heat pipes, of course. And maybe just place belts, underground belts. So right now the uncommon ice is too much again, but I will probably recycle that away and turn it into better ice. I just want to make sure again that ice can be recycled into ice. Yeah, I'll just take some recyclers. I do have enough quality modules, that's really good. Not sure how many I will actually need, maybe 4 will be enough for the start. Okay, not like this, but like that. And then I will just combine this. However, I need to already filter out the legendary stuff. Legendary ice. For now, it might also just go into a chest. And I want to check whether I have legendary lithium ore already. I guess if it is already filtered, I might use a stack inserter. So everything that is not legendary will be sent upwards. I want to check whether I actually have... Oh yeah, I have some blue belts on this planet. I guess that was from the time when I didn't bother to set up green belt production on Volcanus. So I wonder how I will make these recyclers work, I guess. Like that, and then I can have heat pipes between. And this needs power. And I guess just bulk inserters. And then I'll combine everything on one belt. That will be heated, obviously. I guess this needs to be moved up. I accidentally built there. Might just leave these things. And this will then just flow back into that. Splitter. To sort out legendary quality, and then it will basically always take primarily from the left and always cycle through if it's not yet legendary. I guess this might be a right priority. Could also send some of the ice up there to go to other purposes. Like water production, I guess that is the only other use case there. I wonder whether I should make legendary space science. If I have legendary asteroids, I guess there was also some benefit to doing legendary asteroids. If I do that anyway, then I can also make legendary space science eventually. Anyway, this recycling has been started already. Might as well just get the products out of there. I hope this will not get stuck. But I guess I might also say that I want left input priority. So whatever I recycle goes through again first. And I might also make a balanced belt out of this. So there is some legendary ice in the hand of the inserter. I guess I might have to produce more than that eventually to make actual use of quality stuff. Quality ice. Right now the recyclers are probably doing enough. Not sure if I need more recyclers eventually. And I guess might already build the other side of this. where I basically send the normal ice into the recycler as well. Or I guess I wanted to send it up there first, which I might just do. And first just means with priority. I guess I somehow might want to balance this again, but also there's nothing left on these horizontal belts. Everything is basically funneled to the left side of this balancer and turned into ice platform, but only as long as the chests aren't full. If the chests are full by some weird miracle, I guess, oops. I forgot that I'm ordering them, which is kind of weird and annoying. I guess earlier there was such a thing as having a maximum and a minimum. Would also be nice to have some kind of optimum. I don't know what that means or why potentially now robots might want to deliver something some way. Not sure what the numbers mean there. Why are 430 something on the way? Are they just taken away again? But I hope I have configured it now correctly so I could get rid of it. I'm not sure what that means. Let's just throw some away. And I guess I now don't get delivered any more of them. So this is basically how much you want to have as a minimum, and this is how much you want to have as a maximum. Okay, yes, I see. It would be nice if this also had a tooltip, not just the maximum. But yeah. Don't need that much ice platform at the moment, so I will just put it in a chest. This might already mean that soon this won't produce anything anymore. I guess I might help with that. This might now be full. And then this ice will only go to the left. Or otherwise get stuck. So some of that ice will primarily go up, where it would flow towards getting smelted or melted. And the other ice will flow down. Might have to rebuild these heat pipes. Priority? I don't know. Maybe this doesn't need priority. So now I'm basically also recycling normal ice. We eventually get out some legendary ice. Might also now copy this. basically merge this over there. I guess it's nice that probably mostly normal ice has landed on the spots there, on the fail or fake output of the splitter. Let's look at the lithium sorting. So there's no lithium that's legendary yet, but also I haven't built the lithium recycling loops yet. This might be almost the same actually. I might even merge them together a bit differently. So how I want to merge this is basically have 4 recyclers feed to the right, or from the right to the left, and the other ones there. And then I will basically have the output in the middle. This needs power. And this might have a balancer, because there might be different numbers on each side. And then I might send it through to this splitter again. Okay, this is already heated. It is fine. I guess the normal lithium just went somewhere else. To the fluoroketone production. I guess it's still on the belt here. You can see quite a lot of normal lithium still on these underground belts. How's Meowth doing? Still waiting for stuff. Mainly quantum processors, which I also should try to produce with the good method or on the bus. I'm wondering whether I should get more fusion power cells, but I might just check how many I used over the last 50 hours, for instance. And there I can see 747 and 1800 uranium fuel cells. I guess these mountains are sort of when I went to the shattered planet. How many am I requesting? I guess 1500, that's sort of good. I might ask for more at this point. 1400, so I might not leave Novice when I don't have enough uranium fuel cells. Anyway, back to Aquilo. I guess I now just want to do this. Connect. And now the lithium will be recycled. All the different qualities. And also, if this ever doesn't fit anymore onto this belt, then I want to steal some of that. Guess I might even need more recyclers now. They are working kind of slow, because the crafting for that recipe is also kind of slow. You can see the ice is recycled very quickly. I guess the first recycler does the most work. You can see products finished is around 13,600, and it steadily declines if I go to the left. The last one only has about 700 products finished. It's fun to walk slowly and also with just 33 FPS. For some reason, not enough of the ice actually makes it through to the last recyclers most of the time. I guess the belt is... or the machines are too fast for the belt, for the throughput that the belt can have. But also I already have 128 legendary ice. I guess eventually it's not worth doing that, but I still want to try anyway to have legendary science. Need to connect this. And there I have some legendary lithium, just one in this case, or in each chest. And now the regular lithium has basically gotten stuck. And that is the point in time at which I want to send some of that lithium back into the loop. Because apparently I have enough of it in other places. Might just move this up a little bit. Input priority, no, output priority left. So only what doesn't get onwards to the bus will be recycled. And I still need to set up the recycling properly. Might have to move the middle of the recycling area, I will add even more recyclers. I don't know how long this will be eventually. I might want to take some concrete, build that myself. Because I hate when the robots have to charge. Don't want the robots to suffer. Okay, and there need to be more connections. Oops. I guess it's fine, but not really. I guess since I now put a lot of things in there myself, I will have to wait for that to be recycled. So there's some lithium. And I still need to make lithium plates out of them. I don't think I would want to go for the smelting the lithium with quality modules and then making the science packs with quality modules. I would rather use productivity modules and have a safe extra, or save 2 extra science packs per craft. And I guess I need 3 to 1 ice to lithium anyway. So it's okay to have a lot more legendary ice by now. Where is it? There are already 160 legendary ice. Not sure where I want to do the crafting. At the moment I don't really know how the ratios are. Eventually I could just have a lot more of this on this side. Anyway, I should work on the science pack now. I think I might just do that around here. And it might just be one lonely cryogenic plant for now, which will craft legendary cryogenic science packs with full productivity modules. The good thing is that each and every legendary lithium plate will lead to 3 cryogenic science packs that are legendary. I guess it might take a while until enough is full to send up in a rocket. I might always just have some of the space platforms ask for these legendary science packs. And eventually I will get some. Don't have that in my blueprints anymore. Okay, there's a little bit of actual island. That's why there is no concrete below the heat pipe. So this is where I might put the hot fluoroketone back in. And I might want to have some beacons around here, so I need to be careful with the placements. Okay, this looks weird. And maybe it would be wiser to have it directly get in there from the bottom. I might just leave it like that for now. Don't yet have any of them on me. I'll just save the game in case some legendary stuff randomly disappears. I don't know if that would ever happen, but I don't want to lose any of my valuables. So for now I will just carry these things over there manually. Eventually I will set up some automatic delivery. Yeah, this is still quite slow. It's not an energy problem, it's a quality machine problem, or productivity and quality machine problem. Maybe I could send the legendary ice up already, just with a belt and stack inserter. And then I just need to figure out where exactly I need to go, or where I have some free space to work with. Maybe I'll just go through here directly. This is also where I'm putting it out. Would be next to the crude oil pipe, which will not matter anymore anyway. Might just always go in parallel, or basically in the same location as the crude oil pipe. I guess as long as I will not bring up the crude oil, I can just occupy this column of space with a heat pipe. This will be the legendary ice line. And for now the outputs will just go into a chest. And I might think about where the beacons need to be placed. I guess for now that amount of beacons is enough. Or already too much. Just have some heat pipes along the edge. I guess it would help to not have the fluoroketone pipe in the middle. If I want something to be inserted right there. So let's see the legendary ice get in there. Except if it doesn't, I don't know. Is there something missing? Obviously, I didn't build that belt. So now let's see the legendary ice get in there. And there we have it. 32 for now. And I'm a bit weird because I didn't yet smelt the legendary lithium. So that's a shame. What I might do is just smelt it right here with the beacons already in place to help with the electric furnace. Not sure if I need 2 of them. Might just have them for now. We'll have some legendary productivity modules for 50% bonus. Maybe just 1 for now actually. And maybe that one actually should stay there because it has more beacons going for it. And I guess for now I only need some easy way in. And also a chest, probably. So there are only 5 things that could ever be smelted in a electric furnace. Good to know. Want to look at the lithium recipe? It's just 1 to 1. So it will be 1 to 1.5 or 2 to 3 with the extra productivity. I guess let's just smelt that, and that is quite fast. I guess I had 14. And then I can just stamp that up like that. And then the science packs will go into a chest. And I will not use stack inserters right away. And there we see our first legendary cryogenic science packs. 63 of them, because I had 21 lithium plates, legendary ones. Quite happy to already have some of them now, with a total of 600% science capacity, that's what it's called. I guess there's now science capacity and science drain in the game. Because of course we have the biolab. It doesn't really say used in... But yeah, we have the biolab. It's funny that it has 70% fire resistance for some reason. Not sure if that's the case for other buildings. Yeah, some of these advanced buildings have 70% fire resistance. I guess if you go wild in your factory with a flamethrower or something, then those buildings might survive. The agricultural tower has a 100% fire resistance. I don't know why that would be. Even the electric furnace has only 80% fire resistance, but at least the stone furnace and no, the steel furnace has 100% fire resistance and the stone furnace 90%. I guess that's why some people use them as walls. Not sure where they might help. I would have expected the foundry to have some fire resistance, as it is normally on Vulcanus and deals with very hot stuff. But I guess fire is something else than heat. The heating tower doesn't tell me anything about a fire resistance. The lightning collector has a electric resistance of 100 and fire resistance of 90. Good to know all these facts, but I don't know what for. I guess I will not attack my lightning collectors with a Tesla tower anytime soon. So, luckily the legendary ice is already automatically flowing towards the science. Not sure if I need more recyclers eventually, or just a better way to get stuff through. Anyway, this is the ice, and the lithium is up here. Still just, okay, 3 legendary lithium. I see a way up, and I will just use that. Hello, Bounce House. How are you doing? I'm just making some legendary science packs on an ice planet. Hope you have a good chilling and learning. I guess you can always ask if something interests you especially. I will just talk as I usually do most of the time about what I'm doing. Maybe I will try to explain some things a bit. So basically this planet is frozen, or it is like, I don't know, minus something degrees. It is mostly an ocean of liquid ammonia, and I'm trying to build platforms out of ice. And I guess on concrete there is also snow, and I need to heat up the planet so I can build things that don't freeze. Most of the machines here can freeze. And then there are these heating towers that consume a lot of fuel. And yeah, this is my old part of the factory, where I'm producing all kinds of things. And I want to basically renew this factory elsewhere. There are some rockets flying up delivering quantum processors or science packs. And here I'm making an advanced version of those science packs, just to try things out. I'm not really sure if it's a serious idea to do that. And I'm constantly getting some small attacks by my biter spawners. So biters are basically the enemies in this game. And I have collected some eggs of them, and they sometimes hatch if they are at their respective spoil time. Not really sure where the next ones might hatch. But yeah, there are always some random warnings that I see because some are hatching and then causing damage. That's why I have a lot of laser turrets here. They are set to some filters so they don't attack the spawners if they ever return to the wild mode. Need to feed the spawners some material. This red stuff, it's called bioflux. And if the spawners are not fed regularly, they will deteriorate into normal biter spawners. Not sure if I can see that anywhere here. Can see that it consumes food. But I don't yet see... Okay, there. It can be captured by targeting a biter spawner. And they are normally just found in the wild and just spawning biters. Wonder if an attack might happen in a few moments. Can't really see when and where. But I'm sure something will happen. Oh yeah, there were some biters that attacked a laser turret. Not sure if I can find any biter spawners here. I guess there are some natural ones with a lot of spitters. Big and behemoth. And biters. I never really tried out whether the biters can also resettle if I just hatch them from an egg. Maybe I never properly tried that. Anyway, I want to make this belt connect to there, so the science pack production can be automated. And now I have 81 of them. I guess this will be rather slowly, if I don't want to waste quite a lot of space and material on making legendary ones. I wonder whether I should maybe just replace them all with only quality. Not really sure if it would be worth it. I think I would have to use some kind of calculator to figure that out. Sometimes I like not wasting concrete on floor that doesn't get used. quite a lot of machines necessary to achieve these legendary science packs, or any science packs at all. I guess I'm quite happy that I managed to do it, but also, yeah, not sure about whether I should keep doing this strategy. Normally I just have one of those machines, or maybe two, I don't know. So there's one machine producing the lithium, and that's just normal lithium. And then that is all fed into the, or I guess it's smelted by these furnaces, and then the lithium plates are fed into the cryogenic plants that produce the science packs, and they are working rather fast. And most of them are working most of the time. The one at the end doesn't always have ice for some reason. I need to figure out what I could do to improve that. Maybe I could send some ice over somehow. But also I found out recently that I need a lot more ice than I need lithium plates, so maybe I should remove these beacons and then just send more ice in. And this sort of allows me to take some of the ice and send it over. Should actually go there myself, I can build that quicker. Okay, and then I just want to have a splitter there that receives the full belt. And basically a lot more ice is coming through then to these last machines. And then I just want to see how my cryogenic science pack production changes through that. I guess the maximum is going up again a bit. It's not easily visible on the 10-minute range yet. I guess now the maximum sort of definitely seems to go up. Maybe there might be some other bottlenecks soon. Maybe I need to get more lithium, or I don't know, maybe everything works out as I wanted. Maybe I could add more speed beacons again to make things go faster. I guess I exchanged these speed modules for efficiency when I had energy problems some time ago, and at that point I invested in a fusion reactor, with quite a lot of fusion generators. It's nice that it just works with these down-going heat pipes. I guess there might have also been an option to do it this way, but this looks a bit, or is a bit tedious to set up. Or at least to connect to other sides, I don't know. I like the diagonal or half diagonal version a bit more. Just looks a bit more fun. And I need these heating towers there, I guess. Or maybe I don't need them. Maybe I could also get away with putting one back there, but it's nice to have them close to the fusion reactor. Because all these pipes need to be heated. Otherwise the hot fluoroketone wouldn't be able to get away. I guess sadly it wouldn't just cool down because of the cold. Some parts of the game are not entirely logical to me. Also fun to see how the recycling recipe sometimes changes because there's a different quality of item in there. So the rocket capacity is 1000, so I need 1000 of these science packs to actually properly send them up in a rocket. Don't really know if and when that happens. Might not be worth doing that for all kinds of science packs. I thought about also doing that for Glebber, but there I would also need quite a lot of bioflux and quite a lot of legendary nutrients to make, or would I need them? Yeah, I guess I would like to have legendary pentapod eggs and then just use legendary nutrients to make more legendary pentapod eggs. If I have some to start with, I just need to feed in the nutrients, which need to be the same quality as the pentapod eggs, and then I can basically multiply them. And I can get legendary nutrients probably from legendary bioflux. And if I then put the legendary bioflux together with legendary pentapod eggs, then I should get legendary agricultural science packs, which also take a lot more time to spoil. Just want to verify my theory. So yeah, legendary bioflux and legendary pentapod eggs give me legendary agricultural science packs. At the current moment I'm not playing with any mods other than the Space Age expansion. As you can see there, basically the base mod, Elevated Rails, which is part of the expansion, Quality is also part of the expansion, and Space Age, which is basically the name of the expansion. Might just do a save game. And quality is whatever I'm doing to make better machines, better items. And yeah, I'm using a lot of quality modules in here to potentially get better items. I guess it's easier to see on the ice. So you see these little icons in the bottom left. I guess it's not easy to see because the things disappear quite quickly. But for instance, my inserters, these things, have legendary quality. That's the orange blob with the 5 circles. And there I have a quality filter on an inserter. It basically says if greater than rare quality, these inserters should fire. Not sure if they will ever do that. Yeah, this one just did. And there I have a bunch of different quality ice items, which then will be recycled. I only get back 25% of them, but some of them might be higher quality than they were before. And then I basically filter out the legendary quality items and send them up. That is the quality aspect of the expansion. Then I also have the elevated rails part of the expansion, which can be seen here. Basically rails on stints or stilts. And I like my design for this roundabout or double roundabout. I want to see something here where trains can basically decide whether they want to take the low route or the high route. And then I have built stations where the waiting area is above the straits, so that the trains don't really take much more additional space elsewhere. Previously you had to build a lot of large stackers where the trains are waiting. I don't know if I built that anywhere in this factory. Maybe on Glebber. I have some trains on Glebber. And there is a waiting area where currently no one is waiting. And this is a waiting area where the trains wait for all of the nutrients to spoil, which will happen in a moment, and then this train will basically leave the station to bring the spoilage to a place where it will be burned. Now the train is moving. Through a dark area that I haven't yet put a radar in. And I'm not sure whether... Okay, yeah, these trains have rocket fuel, so they should be fast. Not sure why this train isn't very fast. And then the spoilage just gets burned in heating towers, and the steam generated by the heat exchangers gets burned off in steam turbines. Yeah, there is now compost in the game. Basically spoilage, which happens whenever you have some fruit or other spoilable item. Not sure what gasifiers are. I know that maybe in another mod pack there are gasifiers. Some kind of reactor, apparently. Synthesizing gas. Okay, gas from biomass, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess that would be an interesting option if that were in the game. I don't really think right now that happens. It basically just generates heat. But yeah, I guess making your own gas would be interesting. It burns away very quickly. I guess I can't see how much spoilage each of these heating towers has ever consumed. Most machines show, or most machines that produce anything show how many products they have finished. Like for instance, these jelly biochambers have made 34 million. You can see that on the right in the little context menu. In products finished, 34,505,000 and counting. There's definitely a learning curve, but I guess it depends on what you get yourself into. There is a free demo out there, but the demo really has more combat than I ever encounter during my day-to-day playing of the game. And also, this kind of stuff is way more complicated than it needs to be, and basically the expansion of the game adds a lot more complexity. Oh yeah, I mentioned biters earlier. Biters are these little friendly critters. They are not just there for my visual entertainment. They also like to interact with my factory. I want to see if there's any point. I mean, I have defenses up here. So these are Tesla turrets. They basically shoot lightning whenever someone gets too close. There are artillery trains or towers that I can place, and they shoot enemies. I guess I might even try that. You see now these big red areas. This is where my artillery could shoot manually. Let me just... I should realize more that I can do that actually. So I'm now basically painting where the artillery should shoot, and then you can see there are some artillery shells flying. I guess these artillery trains did that. It takes a while for these to arrive, and the biters can basically do nothing about that. And once they get hit, they will attack, or they will get ready to attack. And these artillery shells uncover all the land that they are flying over, at least for a while. And then some damage has happened. Basically, the first parts of Factorio are mostly setting up simple factories. I don't know if I have any part of the simple factory still left in the game. I think I removed parts of this, but basically you build inserters from just green circuits, gear wheels and iron plates. You normally also make belts from iron plates and gear wheels in not a foundry. This is a foundry. I can show you where I got that. But normally just in a very early game assembler that would look like that. This is now a ghost. I can also basically copy everything and make blueprints and ghosts and paste them elsewhere. So I don't even have to build most of the things myself. And there a robot is coming and building that thing. I guess each of the assembler tiers has a different design on the top. Didn't even ever realize that, because I guess the assembler is the most basic and most boring machine. These are electromagnetic plants. I get those on Fulgora, the lightning planet. There are lots of batteries running around in my wheel of scrap. Basically on Fulgora you have scrap that an ancient civilization might have left, and then you sort that scrap and you get a lot of high-level items that you need to recycle down to the actual items that you want to have. Recycle down and reorganize. Here I'm producing batteries, even though at the moment I have too many batteries. I still need to find a way to recycle them somewhere. Not sure whether I'm doing that anywhere. Should definitely start doing that. I guess I wanted to do that up here somewhere. There are also many to-dos, and you might get lost in 5 to-dos that you have and forget 3 of them. Possibly because you get attacked along the way. And now it's night on this planet, so the lightning happens. And it mostly reaches my lightning collectors because I have built them almost everywhere except for where I haven't been. Not sure if these regions will be attacked by lightning. But in this base it's mostly robots that fly around and do things, deliver things. Normally I would use a lot more belts or build things a lot more spaced out, but there is literally no space here because these are all little islands that I can build on, and I would need to use foundations to build on this oil ocean. And they are quite expensive to make. This was the first of the other planets that I have visited. Maybe that's also why it's so chaotic. Thinking about starting a new playthrough with a few mods where more planets have been added. And there's space, or there are space platforms in the game. This one is currently just hanging around above Aquilo, the planet that I'm currently on. But there are some spaceships that are flying or pretending to fly. This one seems to be quite slow. I guess the thrusters are firing and turning off again because I haven't configured this in a useful way yet. But this is one of the spaceships that slowly captures some of these red asteroids. And in space you are very space limited because the more platforms you build, the heavier the ship gets and the slower it can fly. And you need to basically shoot the asteroids to get anywhere. And also to get your materials to produce the ammo to shoot even more asteroids or to craft things that you want to have somewhere. For instance, the first space platform that I built is this one. Previously it just had this little area, something like that. and only produced science packs here, these white science packs. And at some point I made this bigger and able to collect more asteroids. These little asteroid chunks that may or may not ever reach this. I guess we can wait these few seconds for the arms to come out. Maybe just one arm. Thank you for following. And yeah, these asteroids get processed up here in this case into useful materials. And then I'm trying to make science packs out of them. But I also made a flying spaceship that makes the same science packs. Because if you fly between planets, you get a lot more asteroids. That may actually give you more resources. So Umbreon is the second largest of my ships. There are quite a lot of asteroids and therefore also these little chunks that I can collect, and the target of this ship is basically to collect a lot of these red promethium chunks, which I then turn into science packs, mostly when I'm above Novice. Yay, I have a follower goal met, 200 people now, currently. Thank you for noticing. Not sure if I need to blow something up as a celebration. I guess I blew up some biters. There you can see the remains. I guess these turrets up here have done more damage than the ones down there. Maybe that's closer for the biters to reach a point where they want to go. I've basically discovered a lot of land around here. Since Space Age you can actually fly around with your mech armor, so that is quite cool. And last time I played with other mods, I didn't have the mech armor and I wondered how I should survive constantly running into machines because I couldn't fly over them. Basically, you can see now I have a little jetpack or something like that and flying over every machine as if they were nothing. And running very fast. That is because of the exoskeletons that I have. And I have a lot of these tool belt equipments which increase my inventory size a lot. Normally it's, I don't know, 10 rows or 15 rows, I don't even know anymore. And also Factorio is of course heavily modded and moddable. So there are quite a lot of interesting ways to play it through. I guess I didn't show Volcanus yet. So spoiler alert, there are some interesting enemies that I might show in a moment. Big worms, they're called demolishers. This is not even a big worm, this is a medium demolisher, but yeah, they are quite big. They are going around their territories. Oh yeah, the Shy Halud. The devs first discussed whether they might put these worms on Fulgora into these little oil deserts or something. But I guess they thought maybe having worms in a desert seems very much like another franchise. So they decided, I guess, to put them on a lava planet. Hello, Burger King Grease. Yeah, they are fiery, but not very fast at the moment. I guess they would get faster if I attacked them. So, I don't know if I want to fulfill my dream of making all planetary sciences legendary. For the Volcanous science, I need the tungsten carbide and tungsten plate. Tungsten carbide could be just made out of tungsten ore that is legendary. Basically, I would mine tungsten ore and then just recycle it over and over again with quality. I guess I would even mine it with quality modules. And then we have the tungsten carbide, which needs carbon as well. Getting that legendary might be a bit harder. I could use this cryogenic plant, of course. I could also just mine coal. Maybe also already with quality modules. And then I might have to do some very complicated sorting and then upcycle some of the coal into carbon. I guess this would be one of the easier planets to make legendary science packs. I built my first belt-based quality grinder for flamethrower turrets here, even though I wouldn't use them here. But I just thought I have iron for free, so, or molten iron, so I will turn that into steel pipes and gear wheels. And those three things can be turned into engines, and then they are used in flamethrower turrets, all of them together. And right there I have quite a number of flamethrower turrets. I guess it's not the legendary flamethrower turrets that stop the machines from working. Something else must have jammed. I don't really have to defend my area on this planet, but yeah, on Novice, the default planet, I have to defend against biters. I basically... So at some point my perimeter wall was around here maybe, and all this brown area is actually landfill. So this was water at some point. There was a little land bridge. I had some biters around here, I guess. And I had some defenses here. And all of this peninsula stuff was full of biters at some point. And now all the biters that I can see are on islands or very far away. Basically here. These are worms that can basically shoot very far, shooting acid. but none of the biters have any chance against my defenses at the moment. I tried to make a very gritty Roboport grid here and also some more belt-based quality grinding. Some of that might have stopped because I don't know how to properly build that. I guess I would have to put in some limits as to how many things can be put onto the belts. I'm still learning and trying to figure out how to build the best quality grinding setup. I did make a YouTube tutorial on how to make a parameterized robot-based quality grinder, but this leads to a lot of storage chests full of quality junk, and I don't really know how to get rid of that, or how to not produce so much of that. I had to even add more storage chests down here. It's getting out of hand. But yeah, I basically have a lot of areas where I produce things. Some things grew naturally. I guess this is when I had some of my first electromagnetic plants. I don't know at what point I built this. These machines already have made like 39 million red circuits. Or even 47 million. Then I'm producing all kinds of modules here. These are even just epic electromagnetic plants. The animations are very cool. Thank you for following, Dr. XCZ. So what else do we have here? I guess this is also some hybrid quality grinding, partly belt-based, but also robot-based. I think it's still working sometimes. And I guess I could totally remove this. I will totally remove this. And now you can see some robots flying towards this. All of these yellow ones, you can see them on the map. And they will basically dismantle all of this. Some of them first have to carry away some stuff from chests. And then there are more coming from the left. This world, I could look at the loading area. So about 825 hours, I guess. But some of that was also just idle time. Just, I guess even this night or last night, I don't know, I left the computer on. And I don't know whether in the morning one of my spaceships was broken or if that was just during the day sometimes. But earlier I had to fix a spaceship because it wasn't producing enough railgun ammo. And at some point that ran out. This is my biggest spaceship with a lot of these Promethium storage cells. That's about 3 million. Can see the exact number here. 3,302,451. And that is just the counted area. There's also the retrieval area. Every good memory needs a way to read and write. And basically These asteroids are coming in from the front, getting filtered through here into these splitters, going down onto these belts, and these belts are basically extensions of these storage areas. And then I can take them out again, these promethium chunks, put them on a belt, and then they are fed to the right, quite far to the right, towards, among other things, these two cryogenic plants, which make the promethium science. I'm still waiting over Aquilo to get my 420,000 cryogenic science, and then this ship can leave. I guess it has enough of those quantum processors. I even built some space platforms on a space platform earlier, or what was it called? Are they called foundations? Space platform foundations. You can build them on a spaceship if you have copper, cable and steel. And yeah, this is the back of my spaceship with just a few of these fuel generating and pump areas where I basically control when the pumps fire. I have explained this in a video on YouTube, so I might not spend too much time on that now. This whole ship is, I guess, my latest and greatest extension of my fleet. But I also want other ships to do some new stuff. I also want a fast ship to go to the Shattered Planet and to Aquilo. Yes, there's Eevee, which is just a not yet developed or evolutionized spaceship. I'm still not sure what to do with it, how to develop it. Maybe I don't even want to use rocket turrets. Yeah, this is my favorite game. Spending way too much time on it. I guess it's also already past 2 o'clock in the morning, so not sure how much longer I will stream, but still a bit, maybe. So this is a lot of lava, and basically on Vulcanus you are pumping the lava, turning it into molten iron or copper, and you get out a lot of stone that you need to get rid of. You can just put it back into the lava. I wonder why nothing is happening here. I guess there's enough molten copper where it needs to be. I guess I'm not really doing any research that would use up any of the other science packs. Maybe I should do that from time to time. And I built a lot of rocket silos here. I guess the middle ones are only for the science packs. They are all set to not automatically request from space platforms. The ones on the sides are set to automatically request from space platforms or get requests from the space platform. I guess this is the way, the cargo landing pad is the way to automatically request something from the space platforms to be sent down to the planet. And this is where the big mining drills and the foundries are made. This is the quality grinding setup for the big mining drills. And the foundries are made down here. Foundries that are made in foundries, obviously. I guess I now have way too many of them. Let's look. I have 1.9 thousand foundries, legendary foundries on this planet. And I guess 1000 legendary mining drills, big mining drills. Let's see what else there's to do or to show. Fulgora. The lightning planet. These were the first science pack machines that I have built, I guess. Not entirely sure. Earlier, when I didn't have trains, I researched elevated rails only after I went to Fulgora. In the early days, I took the tank forth and back to this island. And this island has some scrap on it still. 28 million scrap are still there. And earlier I just had some mining drills, basically mining into chests, and then I just went over there, took some of the stuff from the chests and went back with the tank. The tank is quite good at protecting me from the lightning. And then I just put all of the scrap into chests somewhere, or into recyclers directly. I'm not sure exactly. Something like that. But then I developed this big train network. It's quite random and based on islands. On each island I'm recycling or producing certain things and taking these things with other trains again. And I guess all of the trains basically have no schedule, or only going to a pickup station, and if they are full of something, they will try to go to a station that has a certain item parameter. For instance, this train would like to go to a... or I guess it's not yet full, so it wouldn't go anywhere. I want to see if there are any trains that have a different... yeah. This train is sleeping. I guess I really need to recycle batteries, because right now the wheel of scrap is full of batteries. Nothing else is being produced. This train would like to drop batteries somewhere. And I have a battery drop here, but not yet a way of recycling them. Or not yet a way of recycling them properly into my otherwise functioning train-based system. I might just recycle more batteries here. How about I just do that? There's one of my Spidertrons, I guess the only one on this planet. It can basically walk around, shoot things, or have robots inside of it and build things for you. I guess I will just have to build a little recycling setup. Probably rather manually, because I don't really know if I have a good blueprint for that. Bunch of speed modules. Bunch of requested chests. So, and this will recycle only if I have too many batteries available. Or I guess, yeah, I have set filters now, which is not what I wanted actually. Need to check the logistic network. If I have more than, I don't know, 16,000 batteries. I think I'm also producing batteries, so I need to take care not to get under this number. So basically 16,000 should be fine. Not sure how many would fit in here, maybe 9,600. But also I have set this 2,000 constant number. I will just go to maybe 12,000, so more batteries will actually be delivered at some point. Because I want to get rid of them. So I guess I set it to 12,000. And I might start at 11,000 to recycle those batteries. And there I need to request them. Let's just say 600. I hope I have enough robots to deal with the deliveries. And then the recycling happens quite quickly. It's interesting how it's... I guess the recyclers might be also based, or the steam smoke might be based on the color of the item, or if it has sulfuric acid inside. I don't know if the color is always the same. Might see some examples here. So there the smoke is just white or gray. This is steel, also sort of gray. And that's blue circuits. I guess it might be sulfuric acid smoke. I wonder whether for plastic it would be purple. Oh yeah, it's sort of purple, but also it's quite dark right now, so wouldn't know if that is really the case. Probably it might be. Low density structures also just have gray or white smoke. I hope the iron and copper plates are dealt with. Otherwise I might just have some kind of system where I just build a lot more chests behind there. I don't really mind building that many chests and inserters. Eventually things will be dealt with. I have sort of limits on certain recycling areas, and if I have too much of something, it will be recycled away in these loops, for instance. Might just make these beacons better and these speed modules. Also, there are no legendary speed modules in the recyclers themselves. Maybe that's not necessary, I don't know. I guess we even have some Fulgora music at the moment, or all the time. Not sure how much else we will hear of that. Might just add a few more robopods, because there's quite a lot of robot activity going on there now. And they need to charge. Want to look at the wheel of scrap. I guess it's still... okay, it's not full of batteries anymore. So other trains can also leave, and maybe at the same time, and sort of block themselves or each other. So where will this train go? Let's just follow it. That's interesting music. I wonder whether I know that from somewhere. Your charging brings all the bots to the yard. They're like, I have to charge. I wonder if that's a cover song or not. I really have no idea. I wonder whether I need to tell these trains not to do things like that. Milkshake, interesting. I guess I might listen to it later. I would like to tell this train to go away. I can make this train go there for a moment. Temporary stop. And I basically want to make this disappear. I wonder where this train is going now. Probably to some other... okay, I can center on the map. I guess this icon basically gets me back into watching the train mode. And apparently it wants to go to pick up. I don't really want that to happen. Oops. Now it's stopped in the middle of the track. If I don't take care, it might just go to a place where I don't want it. Might also just go forever in circles. Okay, I hate what I just did. Letting a train randomly go somewhere. I guess I sort of need to... okay, now the train is actually going somewhere else, and that basically saved me. Why would you want to charge a milkshake? Okay, now I have too much ammonia. And I need to find a way to get rid of it, and I think I have thought of a way. Basically, if I have too much ammonia, I need to burn this solid fuel. This takes ammonia and crude oil. Crude oil I have basically endless of. Ammonia I have endless of if I am not stuck with ice. And basically now I want to just take some part of this away. Yes, I'm actually building something in the factory again. I guess this is one of the things that I still can do. And I will just burn this solid fuel away on the condition that I have enough ammonia, which I need to check somewhere. I guess I might have a few power poles that connect up to that belt up there. And if there's enough ammonia in the system, let's say 23,000, or in that storage tank, might also be 22,222, and then I will just send this to its demise, just to be burned forever and ever. And I might even try to use that heat in my factory somewhere. Might also for now make this go down, because I don't really have the space. I guess I might regret this, but I might always redo this, build this elsewhere, or in a different way. Might also attach this to some steam turbines eventually, especially if I want to replace my old steam turbine setup, or replace my old base completely. I don't think I have that many of the normal inserters. I have many more legendary inserters. And now all of those solid fuels will be burned away. But only until, or only while, the ammonia is still over 22,000. And now the belt has stopped. It sort of now goes red and green alternatingly. So whenever I have too much ammonia, this solid fuel just gets burned, gets sent to these heating towers to randomly produce heat. Might also connect this to here, so I don't need to waste too much of my rocket fuel on heating. And this will allow more of the ice to be actually produced, because the ice might get stuck if I if I have too much ammonia. Well, then, I mean, no ice is produced, but in this case the ice actually got stuck because This belt doesn't go any further anywhere. Everything is sort of blocked, and it would be nice if it wasn't blocked. But also I'm more focusing on the quality ice. I think that's more important at the moment. I guess it's not really important, it's just my random experiment that I did, where I now have 189 legendary cryogenic science packs. And I guess all of those machines are still working very slowly. Might even try to make this a bit faster by adding more quality modules, also therefore adding more chance for quality. But still leaving in a bit of productivity. To not lose the productivity progress or something, or to not waste it entirely. So at least sometimes there is an extra product. I guess those are 16 machines in total still. So how far is the legendary ice going? Maybe not that far. I think it's visible there in this tunnel, but it's not going very far back. This is one of my favorite Fulgora songs. Might turn it up a little bit. Let's turn it up to 42%. And I, for a short moment, forgot that I was on Aquilo. I guess there could be more ice going through here. So these are a lot of random items. Basically the train contents always change. I'm recycling directly into the train wagon and then grabbing stuff out. Not sure if I really need to make these inserters grab specific things or rather random things instead. Since I added one of these bulk inserters, I can also always take out stuff that doesn't neatly fit into 16 item blocks. Basically these stack inserters always grab 16, and if they grab less than 16 they are quite unhappy and don't want to do anything anymore. And I guess I have quite slow inserters here. Someone should fix that. I hope I have enough Stack inserters, let's just check. Check inserters. I have 100. That's maybe enough for one station. And I guess there sometimes might be some kind of traffic jam. Traffic jam is not the title of this song. Everything is blocked. I think this wheel of scrap is rather scrappy. Maybe I should have built it differently. I might also still make some of the trains go below the wheel or below the roundabout rather than through it. Anyway, let's make these inserters a bit faster. Not sure how much that really helps with anything, but it feels better to have faster inserters. So now the composition of these belts seems a bit more random. I guess I need to look at this sort of right here and maybe ignore how many gear wheels I'm not seeing because they are already taken away. Most of them at least. See quite a good mix now. Of course, eventually everything should be taken away, but there are still quite a bunch of batteries lying around on the belts. But I guess I might be taking them out of the system more and more. Something has to be done about these roundabouts. And now I see something like a solution maybe. At least for maybe one train per side, I might need some way to go below the roundabout and leave maybe through something like a bridged thing. Something like that. I guess there the lightning collector is sort of in the way. No matter. So let's just actually build something like that. Maybe it actually will work. The problem here is that I need to get down again, potentially. Want to see where exactly I might be going. This might be good. Want this to go up earlier. Don't want to waste foundations. Might have to also use a few more signals if I want the trains to go closer together, or faster, or react more immediately to things. So that makes the wheel of scrap look a bit more scrappy. If I have so much stuff going over and under it. So I guess, yeah, one of these or a few of these trains will instead go below. Not sure which one. Might also always have multiple ones from different directions, or really not sure. I will just take this one for now. I hope I still have a blueprint of this. I guess I could always rotate something. So let's go from there to there. Okay, this is an option. I'll just take it. This looks weird as a bypass, but why not? At least the blue circuit trains now don't have to go through this very jammed roundabout. I guess I never really thought about having not just 12 entrances, but also 12 exits or something like that. One of the problems is probably that there are a bunch of chain signals and they sort of stop trains from getting onto the ring. And sadly the trains don't always choose the first exit, they sometimes go around because they think they want to go somewhere like here. If they start here, for instance, then they have to go all the way around and no other train can join the circle. But yeah, that's a very scrappy Fulgora. Glabber is quite dark and it looks a bit bioluminescent. Guess I don't really have many lights on this planet, or any lights. I'm not sure. It's funny that the recipe sort of makes the biochambers glow in a way, in a certain color. But yeah, my current plan is to make more of this, to process more Yumako, to process more jelly nut, but somewhere else, near a train station, and there also then produce a lot of bioflux from these two things, and basically use these areas that I have filled with a lot of soil, get stuff with trains from there and from down here, put them together in a place, and then produce high quality bioflux. I guess I wouldn't want to use quality modules in these fruit processing areas. That might lead to quite a lot of trash and also sorting issues with quickly spoiling stuff. And then I couldn't really use any stack inserters because there are so many different things that might come out of there. At least the stack inserter production is still doing something. Might want to make this a bit faster. At least sometimes. I don't know if it will help in the grand scheme of things. How's my old trash burning system going? Still quite a lot of trash arriving. The storage tanks are still all full of steam. Even these extra ones that I added at some point when I was annoyed about energy problems. I have played Cryogenic, yes. At one point I have played Cryogenic without anything else, and at another point I have played Cryogenic with space exploration. I think I never finished any of them completely, but I got quite far into the... Is it Iridium? No, it's something with I. Immersite processing. Very immersive, this game. But yeah, it was quite interesting to see all the extra recipes. And I at some point still want to play space exploration. I just wonder how it will be influenced by Space Age or what elements it will take over. I liked some aspects a bit more than Space Age. I guess I like the option of delivery cannons. Obviously building space platforms that fly around is quite cool. So I would like to have those in space exploration as well. I guess that's similar to the spaceships you could build there. This is my artillery loading station. I guess at the moment no train wants anything. They all have interrupts. Basically, if they have no ammo or fuel or not enough, then they will go back to the fuel and ammo station, which is just called Get Artillery Shells. And otherwise they will always basically just go to the next before artillery station, then to the shoot artillery station. There are always these two stations together. I guess they sort of read how many trains there are and enable, disable the before station. I don't know exactly how I did it. Basically want the artillery trains to go around the perimeter and shooting things whenever they see something. That's why you sometimes see these artillery ranges moving. So there the artillery range is moving at the moment. Not exactly sure where the train is that has this range. Might have been this one, I don't know. Not sure if I could just, yeah, I should be able to see all the trains, but I'm not sure if I can see when the next train will go somewhere. Okay, there's a train. Let's follow this train. I guess it will just go somewhere and wait there and nothing will happen. It's weird how slow these trains are with rocket fuel. Maybe I'm used to nuclear fuel too much. Or maybe artillery is just very heavy. A heavy burden to carry. And maybe there's nothing to do for this artillery. But it's quite a big map that I have unlocked there. So if I fully zoom out, basically, yeah, I don't know if it's half the height of the screen, maybe a quarter of the width. And on Novice, I don't know if the zoom is just different on different planets. Okay, now if I zoom out fully, I see quite a lot. There's quite a lot unlocked, and that also leads to having a save game over 200 megabytes. On Volcanus, this is still quite small. Volgora, I guess that's between Volcanus and Novice. It's interesting to see these electric networks. I mostly went around the islands with the lightning collectors and then just connected them with substations. Sometimes I also constructed grids with batteries or accumulators. Still not sure what I wanted to do with that station. Maybe collecting rocket fuel. I'll just make myself a little tag. For rocket silos. Might also name the station that. But I will have to rename it anyway to just pick up. I want to have it into, or integrate it into my interrupt system. Collect rocket fuel for stuff. I guess I will know eventually. And Aquilo is also still quite a small map extent. I guess it's difficult to basically landfill the whole ocean, which you have to do if you want to expand. At least now I have 261 legendary cryogenic science. But I guess that's it for today's stream. Thank you all for watching and chatting.